Good evening, Las Vegas! How are we feeling tonight? Oh, you can do better than that. How are you feeling tonight? Are you ready to meet 51 beautiful ladies? My name is Stephanie Cameron. I'm the choreographer for Miss USA 2013. My team and I have had the privilege of working with these girls all week long, and let me just tell you, they are an incredible group. We have given them a lot of information in a very short amount of time, so please, when they step on stage tonight, show your appreciation and support. With that being said, live from Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, welcome to the 2013 Miss USA preliminary competition. Now let's meet the stars of the evening.
Wiley, 26, Colorado.
Erin Brady, 25, Connecticut.
Rachel Baiocco, 22, Delaware. Jessica Lane Frith, 26, District of Columbia. Michelle Aguirre, 20, Florida. Brittany Sharp, 22, Georgia. Brianna Acosta, 21, Hawaii. Marissa Wickland, 21, Idaho. Stacy Juris, 22, Illinois. Emily Hart, 26, Indiana. Richelle Orr, 20, Iowa. Stacy Clicking-Smith, 26, Kansas. Allie, Leggett, 19, Kentucky. Kristen, Girault, 22, Louisiana. Allie, Clair, 24, Maine. Kasey Staniszewski, 22, Maryland. Sarah Kidd, 20, Massachusetts. Jacqueline Schultz, 24, Michigan. Danielle Hooper, 21, Minnesota. Paramita Mitra, 21, Mississippi. Ellie Holtman, 20, Missouri. Kasey West, 24, Montana. Ellie Lorenzen, 22, Nebraska. Chelsea Caswell, 23, Nevada. Amber Faucher, 22, New Hampshire. Libell Duran, 22, New Jersey. Kathleen Danzer, 24, New Mexico. Joanne Nosachinski, 24, New York. Ashley Love Mills, 24, North Carolina. Stephanie Erickson, 23, North Dakota. Kristen Smith, 21, Ohio. Makenzie Muse, 21, Oklahoma. Gabrielle Mullen, 22, Oregon. Jessica Billings, 26, Pennsylvania. Brittany Staniszewski, 19, Rhode Island. Megan Pinkney, 22, South Carolina. Jessica Albers, 27, South Dakota. Brenna Mader, 26, Tennessee.
Allie Nugent, 20, Texas. Marissa Powell, 21, Utah.
Sarah Westbrook, 25, Vermont. Shannon McAnally, 25, Virginia. Cassandra Searles, 24, Washington.
Chelsea Welch, 22, West Virginia. Chrissy Zamora, 26, Wisconsin.
Courtney Gifford, 24, Wyoming.
Audience, did I not tell you? What do you think of these beautiful women? Let's hear it. And now that you've met our 51 beautiful contestants, it's now time to introduce the host of our show. He's the star of his own radio show, one of the highest rated radio shows in the Las Vegas area. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Chet Buchanan.
No, please stay seated. Remain seated. Don't rush the stage. It's cool. You don't have to. No, keep it. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely Cammie Crawford. It's good to see you, girl. It's good to, why are you all so quiet? Is this a loud and rowdy crowd, or are we just going to pretend we're in church tonight? It's Alyssa. I'm so excited, so honored, so thrilled to be back on this stage. Welcome to the 2013 Miss USA preliminary competition. You know I gotta do what I always do then. You know what always works. I know what fires you up. Who's gonna be the next Miss USA? Who is gonna be the next Miss USA? We're gonna go a long way towards finding that out in the next 90 minutes or so. Take it easy. I like that though. Usually they save the light up signs until Sunday night. This is good. I like where this is going right now. Obviously, this is a great gig and I have a lot of fun with it. I mean, seriously, as a red-blooded American male, right here on this stage with 51 of the hottest women in the USA, not bad. 52 when you count Stephanie. Look at that dress. She warned us earlier today. Stephanie, my goodness. And 53 when you count my co-host, whose route back here to this stage tonight in Las Vegas has been nothing less than unorthodox. Take a look.
My journey to the Miss USA crown was just that. It was a journey, a very, very long journey. From the very first pageant I competed in, which was Miss Malibu USA, I always had the dream of becoming Miss USA. It took me about 4 or 5 years competing in California until I decided to move back home to Maryland. And I competed for Miss Maryland USA 2012. I won, and I was off to the Miss USA stage. What kept me coming back was the support of my family and friends. It takes ambition, it takes courage, it takes character to put yourself out there. Finals night, I can't believe that was almost a year ago. Standing there took forever. I don't know what the judges or the announcers were doing, but finally they called Olivia's name. Rhode Island! I said goodbye to my pageant life. It was the end for me. Little did I know that in December, Olivia would historically win Miss Universe, and I would get a second chance. Let's go to the day of Miss Universe. I was kind of scared to watch it because literally my life could change in a second. Olivia kept advancing from 16 to 10 to 5, and all of a sudden there she was. Final 2. In my head, I was like, this could really happen. And it did! And the very first person who called me was, of course, my mom. She's my biggest supporter, and she left the best voicemail. it goes on for 2 minutes, just my mom freaking out. As for me, I couldn't answer my phone. I was freaking out myself. The very next day, I got a phone call from Paula, the president of the Miss Universe organization, and she asked me if I would accept the title of Miss USA. It's been such an emotional roller coaster. There have been both highs and lows, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Although I'm sad to give up my crown, I'm so glad I got to be a part of the Miss Universe organization. My advice for the next title holder is that the job of Miss USA is just that. It's a job. You're going to be tired and exhausted some days, but it's seriously the best job ever, and you're so lucky to have this.
Yes. I would say we're the lucky ones. You're about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss USA 2012, Nana Merriweather. Oh no, you better stand for her. You better stand for her.
Hello there.
Woo!
Woo! Oh no, sit down, sit down.
No, stand for real.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
You deserve it.
Thank
You
you.
deserve it. We have had so much fun today and okay, sit down now. We've got things to do. I mean, seriously, thank you. But
Now stand up.
no. Seriously, and this is what it's been like all day. All we've done is laugh. Nothing but fun. You were fantastic.
A lot of fun.
Nana, in case you didn't know as well, a two-time All-American at UCLA playing volleyball.
Yeah, I played volleyball in college almost 10 years ago. I started in 2003. I led my team to a Final Four in 2006, and I played professionally and also got to train for the Olympics in Colorado Springs.
That is so cool. How does that... Oh, sure, but it'll take us a while. Things to do. People have got bandwidth to worry about and all that kind of stuff. No, but seriously, how does that, being an athlete and that kind of focus and that determination, like you said, you trained for the Olympics, you played professionally, two-time All-American, you can't just, kind of like go halfway on that. How does that translate over to competing in the pageant world?
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between this and playing sports. You gotta have discipline. You gotta get ready physically, but there's also a mental part that a lot of people don't realize. I mean, it takes a lot for these girls to be on the stage. It takes courage, ambition, and it's been an amazing challenge for me, both being an athlete and Miss USA, so I just love it.
It's great stuff. Are there Las Vegas locals here? Any Las Vegas locals here tonight? Okay. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I thought you'd have cheered louder then, with so many of you here. You guys know, the people here in Las Vegas know that I'm all about charity, and I'm insanely jealous of you because you have your own foundation, the Merriweather Foundation. Tell us about that.
I do. I co-founded a 501c3 with my mother in 2006. We're now in 5 countries. So excited about that, and we continue to grow. We started schools, orphanages. We're opening a hospital in Zambia, and it's just, you saw a little bit of it in the video, but I got to go about 3 weeks ago and visit the projects and visit the kids we have. It's been such an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful to have my mom as an inspiration for all the humanitarian work I do.
Not bad to have the Miss USA platform as well.
That too.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But with all the charity work and all of the things that you had to do with Miss USA, all of the, the different commitments, and you've got to go here and you've got to run there and all that,
Crazy.
you've had a little fun too.
A lot of fun.
I can't imagine you not having fun.
Yeah, I got to travel a lot of places in my half year. I went to Sundance. I got to go to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. I ate a lot. Woo! It was a lot of fun, and being a former athlete, I got to meet a lot of football players. It was like, college days.
I can tell you right now, Louisiana is going to be a problem for us tonight. I can tell. It'll be a problem.
Look at the light-up sign.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome.
Although that second eye is kind of lacking, but that's all right. They'll work it. Right now it says, now they're just saying it with the accent. It says Louisiana. It just says it with the accent. That's all. No, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I watch Duck Dynasty. I know what's going on. I know what's happening. So, one of tonight's contestants, you just met all 51 of them a couple of minutes ago. They are going to be the next young lady to wear the crown of Miss USA. Before we kick things off, we want to remind everybody in the audience, you've got your phone. You can go online to MissUSA.com. You have the power to vote in one of our semifinalists again this year. MissUSA.com. Everybody who's watching online, You're already there, so just go over and vote at MissUSA.com. You have the power to vote in one of our semifinalists. It could be your favorite contestant. You hear that, Louisiana? You hear that? Vote. Saladia, and everybody else here too. You can do that at any point during the show tonight.
Of course. And of course, the rest of the semifinalists will have to get in a more conventional way. And that's up to our fabulous judges. Let's meet them. What do you say?
Let's do that, and let's you and I get out of the way so we can do this. Our first judge, ladies and gentlemen, is the Senior VP of Artist Development at RCA Records and has orchestrated and directed the production of major tours and events for numerous music legends, including Beyonce, Madonna, and Bruce Springsteen. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nick Light. A respected entertainment and fashion attorney, she represents some of the biggest names in the industry, including Gucci, Ralph Lauren, and the Miss Universe organization, Andrea Calvaruso.
As head of entertainment relations for WWE, she casts many of the WWE divas and helps manage the diva brand. Kristen Prouty.
This gentleman is the president and executive producer of the People's Choice Awards, so therefore he oversees the popular People's Choice Awards show. He's part of the family around this joint. Everybody say hi to Fred Nelson.
Are you jealous of my glasses?
They get glasses.
How do they look?
Miss USA. They look fantastic.
Well, they're from Optics Eyewear. We have tonight the founder and CEO of Optics Rhode Island, a nationally recognized leader in luxury sunglasses and eyewear, and the official sponsor of the Miss USA fan vote, my favorite, Lynn Diamante.
The news director for People Digital. She produces content for People.com's 12 million users and played a role in developing the site's celebrity blogger core. Kristen Baim.
He's the founder and president of We2PR. He has worked with some of the biggest names in entertainment, including Michael Jackson and Richard Branson. Rob Goldstone.
A lot of work ahead of him tonight. Another big round of applause for all of our judges, please.
Yesterday, they interviewed each contestant individually, and tonight they'll cast their votes for evening gown and swimsuit. But remember, you guys at home will be able to go on to MissUSA.com and cast a vote for your favorite semifinalist. And those of you in the crowd today, you can go to the Optics Rhode Island polling station located in the lobby.
Yep, so we're about ready to get started with the evening gown competition. Now when the contestants come out, how many people have been to a preliminary show before? How many people? Just a round of applause really quick if you've been before.
Nice.
You know what's coming. We'll tell you a little bit about each contestant. It's
Interesting.
It's gonna end with a rhyme.
Yes.
We didn't write them.
Get ready.
They're right here in the script. We didn't have time for all of that.
So what do you say? Who wants to see some evening gowns? Woo!
And cheesy or not, the rhymes are
And
back,
the
so
rhymes.
let's go.
Okay, then let's begin the Miss USA 2013 preliminary competition in evening gown.
Again with Alabama.
2 summers ago, Mary Margaret studied abroad in Italy. While in Florence, she had an opportunity to dance with the cast of the Jersey Shore. Check Pumping Fist off her bucket list. Alabama!
Alaska.
Melissa has been a runway model, a marketing coordinator, and a web designer. She hopes to attend law school and eventually become Secretary of State. Looking great with a lot on her plate. Oh, it gets better. Alaska.
Arizona.
always enjoyed making people feel better about themselves. She hopes to open a medical spa to treat people with skin conditions and improve their lives. She'll make you grin after fixing your skin. Arizona.
Arkansas.
Now, growing up on a farm like she did, Hannah was envious of her dad's collection of livestock. So, when she was 10 years old, she took out a government loan and bought her own herd. This beauty wows with her collection of cows. Arkansas.
California.
When she was 18, Maybelline's grandfather fell into the deep end of her family's pool. Luckily, this beauty was nearby to jump in and save his life. He might have drowned if she wasn't around. California.
Colorado.
Amanda uses social media to keep in touch with her friends and family. She told us her grandmother is usually the first one to like all of her photos on Facebook. There's nothing sweeter than when Granny's a tweeter. I know it's Facebook, but that Facebook didn't rhyme. Colorado.
Connecticut.
When she was young, Erin discovered a crime scene. It sparked her interest in forensic science, and she went on to study criminal justice in college. She looked sublime while solving a crime. Connecticut.
Delaware.
Being an aspiring actress, Rachel would love to pick Al Pacino's brain. This 22-year-old has been attending acting school in Philly, but definitely sees herself moving to Los Angeles at some point. It's a fact. She likes to act. Delaware.
District of Columbia.
Jessica started her own music publishing company when she was just 15 years old. The beauty songs have been heard on television shows all around the world. We long for a song from District of Columbia.
Florida.
You guys over here probably already know this. Michelle was featured on an episode of the TV show Hillbilly Hand Fishing. This 20-year-old shocked the world by catching a 32-pound catfish with her toes. She'll use her feet to catch something to eat. Florida.
Alabama. Alaska. Arizona. Arkansas. California. Colorado. Connecticut. Delaware. District of Columbia. And Florida. Continuing on with Georgia.
Brittany grew up playing and watching sports. This athletic beauty plans to pursue a career as an on-air sports broadcaster for a major network. She enjoys sports of all sorts. It's Georgia.
Hawaii.
Years ago, Brianna was a member of her high school's robotics program. She currently mentors students, helping them implement science, technology, engineering, and math. She may be nerdy, but she sure is purty. Hawaii.
Idaho.
Because of her large purse, Marissa says she's often called a bag lady. She never leaves home without lip balm, salt and pepper, a phone charger, and thank you cards. There's nothing worse than an empty purse when you're Idaho.
Illinois.
Stacy says that she enjoys helping others look their best. She's currently a makeup artist. She hopes to open up a dress shop for special occasions in the near future. If you're hard pressed to look your best, go see Illinois.
Indiana.
While on a deep-sea fishing excursion, Emily caught a 95-pound sailfish. She was so exhausted after reeling it in that she took an 8-hour nap afterwards. I bet you wished you could catch a fish like Indiana.
Iowa.
You may have already noticed this up on the screens, but Richelle has been told that she looks like Mila Kunis. This 20-year-old now follows the actress on Twitter and hopes to meet her celebrity doppelganger one day. Our security team may need to keep Ashton Kutcher away. It's a stretch. It's a stretch, I know. It's Iowa.
Kansas.
Stacy organized a fundraising event to pay all of her pageant-related expenses. After securing a venue and entertainment, she was able to use social media to find generous donors. Raising cash with her sash, it's Kansas.
Kentucky.
Allie comes from a small town with only 2 stoplights. She says competing in pageants has led to some amazing experiences, including her first trip to Las Vegas. When you compete, life is sweet. For Kentucky.
Louisiana.
Kristen says that if she could meet any celebrity, it would be Joan Rivers. This 22-year-old respects the way her comedy idol speaks her mind and commands respect. Much like Joan, she makes the stage her own, Louisiana.
Maine.
Throughout high school and college, Allie was a radio DJ. This 24-year-old told us that she really enjoyed playing music and hosting interviews on the air. She makes you swoon while she's playing a tune. It's Maine.
Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, and Maine. Moving right along with Maryland.
Kasey hopes to tour the world as an international music star with her sister. The duo has performed together for a while, but won't be satisfied until they take home their first Grammy. You'll rejoice when you hear her voice, Maryland.
Massachusetts.
Sarah is a self-described nerd who started college when she was just 15 years old. She told us that she's obsessed with teeth and plans to be a dentist one day. It's the truth. She'll fix your tooth. Massachusetts.
Michigan.
The 2013 Miss Michigan USA competition was Jacqueline's first ever pageant. The 6-foot beauty had always been too consumed with sports and work to compete in the past. It was worth the wait because she's looking great. Michigan.
Minnesota.
Danielle loves fashion, and she's currently going to school for retail merchandising. This 21-year-old told us that she hopes to eventually open her own bridal gown shop. Fashion is her passion. Minnesota.
Mississippi.
Paramita would like to get her pilot's license. She once helped fly and land a family friend's plane and called the experience exhilarating. People stop and stare when she's up in the air. Mississippi.
Missouri.
Ellie is a self-described country girl. This 20-year-old told us that she once won a greased pig contest at her local county fair. It's no biggie to catch a piggy. Piggy.
Piggy.
Yeah. Missouri.
Montana.
Throughout middle school, Kasey says she was shy and introverted. She says her involvement in performing arts and pageants got her out of her comfort zone and built up her confidence. Making noise with her poise, Montana.
Nebraska.
Ellie recently graduated with a degree in fashion design. This 22-year-old proudly designed her very own evening gown with a little help from Michelle Strom and Sherry Hill. We're impressed with the way she's dressed. Nebraska.
Nevada.
Chelsea is a self-proclaimed foodie. She says one of the best things about living here in Las Vegas is that you can always get something to eat that was made by a world-renowned chef. In the mood for great food, Nevada.
New Hampshire.
Amber would like to work for the Behavioral Analysis Unit of the FBI. She says traveling the country and working on high-profile cases would be a dream come true. Solving the case with a pretty face. New Hampshire.
Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, and New Hampshire. Next up, we have New Jersey.
Libell says Beyonce is her favorite celebrity to follow on Twitter. She admires the way the singer has become her own brand while remaining respected by her peers. Forget Destiny's Child, she'll drive us wild. New Jersey.
New Mexico.
Kathleen told us that every time that she gets hurt, her twin brother suffers the same injury months later. It's happened several times, broken bones included. If she falls down, her bro will frown. New Mexico.
New York.
After graduating college with a degree in theater, Joanne moved to the Big Apple. She wanted to audition for Broadway and says she had nothing to lose. She'll be all the rage once she hits the stage. New York.
North Carolina.
Fashion is important to Ashley, but she's especially obsessed with shoes. In fact, this 24-year-old beauty brought 40 pairs with her to Las Vegas. She squeals when she gets new heels. North Carolina.
North Dakota.
Stephanie says she's always been a problem solver. She graduated college with a degree in electrical engineering and says she would like to be like Steve Jobs. There's no one greater than this innovator, North Dakota.
Ohio.
Kristen's dad is a high school football coach. She really enjoys going to his games. She told us that when she was a kid, she dreamt of becoming the first female player in the NFL. She'd go quick as a fantasy pick. Ohio.
Oklahoma.
When Makenzie was 16, she rappelled into a deep cave in Mexico. Her father is an adventure junkie who talked the entire family into doing it. Who wouldn't crave some time in a cave with Oklahoma?
Oregon.
Gabrielle is a phlebotomist. If you don't know what that is, she draws blood for a living. Growing up, she gave her dog insulin shots, which she says prepared her for this career. She's looking hot, given a shot. It's Oregon.
Pennsylvania.
Jessica attended her first prom this year. This 26-year-old beauty says she was a geek in high school. So when a family friend needed a prom date recently, she jumped at the chance. That lucky teen danced with this queen, Pennsylvania.
Rhode Island.
Brittany would like to be a fashion stylist to the stars. She envisions herself dressing the rich and famous with offices in New York, LA, and Paris. She knows how to pick out clothes. Rhode Island.
New Jersey. New Mexico. New York. North Carolina. North Dakota. Ohio. Oklahoma. Oregon. Pennsylvania. And Rhode Island. Continuing on with South Carolina.
Megan says Rachel Zoe is her favorite celebrity to follow on Twitter. She wanted to be an editor-in-chief of a fashion magazine since the 8th grade. It's quite a sight to watch her write. South Carolina.
South Dakota.
Her senior year of college, Jessica lived on a sailboat for a month while she was in Greece. Quarters were pretty tight on board, so she had to share a twin-size bed. We'd gloat if we spent time on a boat with South Dakota.
Tennessee.
While in college, Brenna spent a summer working in a coal mine. She wore a hard hat and a respirator, and she said her fingernails were always black. Looking fine in a mine, Tennessee.
Texas.
Allie says that she tends to get nervous sometimes, but never on stage. Once she hits the spotlight, her super confident alter ego always takes over. On stage, she's all the rage. Texas.
Utah.
Over the summer, Marissa and her sister sang for one of the top music producers in LA. This beauty is used to performing under pressure. She once sang in front of 10,000 people at a soccer match. People rejoice when they hear her voice. Utah.
Vermont.
It's no surprise that Sarah's in good shape. She loves to work out, studied nutrition in school, and is now a certified fitness professional. Bear witness to her fitness. Vermont.
Virginia.
Shannon has been a vegetarian her entire life. When she was a little girl, her brother told her chicken nuggets were made from hearts. So she swore off meat for good. Beef causes her grief. Virginia.
Washington.
Cassandra understands the importance of being fiscally responsible. This beauty purchased a home at 20 years old without any help from her family. This honey is good with money. Washington.
West Virginia.
Chelsea hopes to be Secretary of the Interior one day. This 22-year-old says a combination of public service and helping the environment would be a perfect fit for her. For what it's worth, she loves the earth. West Virginia.
Wisconsin.
Chrissy tells us that she is both creative and thrifty. This 26-year-old once spray painted heels because the color wasn't quite right. Now they're her favorite pair. Don't like your shoes? Just paint and reuse. Like Wisconsin.
Wyoming.
Growing up, Courtney said her home was like a zoo. This animal lover had dogs, guinea pigs, bunnies, lizards, frogs, and even chinchillas. A bill from the vet would put her family in debt. Wyoming.
South Carolina. South Dakota. Tennessee. Texas. Utah. Vermont. Virginia. Washington. West Virginia. Wisconsin, and Wyoming.
And as Wyoming leaves the stage, that concludes our evening gown competition. What did you think? Who'd you like? Who'd you like? Who looked good? I'm not saying that the judges can be swayed, but I'm just asking, who'd you like? As many of you know, the Miss USA crown is made by Diamond Nexus, the official jewelry sponsor of the Miss Universe organization. What you might not know is that our friends at Diamond Nexus recently held a contest offering couples who had less than stellar proposals. They gave them a shot at a redo. You want to see the winning couple?
I met Lauren in my hometown of Hopkinsville, Kentucky. First movie was Hairspray. I didn't quite make it all the way through that movie. She was a little upset about me falling asleep during Hairspray on our first date, kind of, but she forgave me. I just got done getting a table and chairs to set up the proposal area. I stopped by here to try and find a bottle of wine that my wife might actually like.
Especially with your occasion, that label would be a nice selection.
We got married in a small church with a very small gathering of people. Mainly it was her mom, dad, her brothers, and my mom and my sister. And that's all we had. It was very small, very private.
He wrote this paragraph about how he didn't really get to propose to me because he was leaving for boot camp. So we just went to the courthouse one day and got married. And so I never got a real proposal or a real wedding or anything. We're making up for lost time. I'm gonna get my hair curled, and then I'm gonna meet Derek.
She's never doubted anything that I've done. She's always there for me to support me. No matter how many times, I would always ask her to marry me as many times as it took. I can't think of anything that would make me more happy than to spend the rest of my life with you. So, Lauren, Danielle Wilson.
Yes.
Will you marry me?
Of course. I love you so much. The first one was not what I wanted, but to be able to do it over again, such an amazing opportunity. And I love him so much, and just to have this day as my memory is amazing.
That's nice, isn't it? Thanks again to our friends at Diamond Nexus. Now, we are just moments away from the start of tonight's swimsuit competition. And as long as she is not, I know, yes, swimsuit competition, yes. And finally, after not until Sunday. I was like, oh, finally, after they're done with swimsuit competition, they can finally eat. And no, it's energy bars and Red Bull all the way till Sunday night, you know, and bad moods, too. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. You're sitting there eating a piece of pizza, they're looking at you like, when we get home? But we'll do swimsuit in just a couple of minutes. As long as she's not here, let's talk about Nana for a minute. Did you guys know that she was born in South Africa? Did you guys know? Every year, the reigning Miss USA gets to take the crown home. For Nana, that meant South Africa. It was definitely something a little extra special.
I come from Soweto, I come from Soweto, I come from Soweto, I come from Soweto.
All Miss USAs get a homecoming trip. For my homecoming trip, I decided to go to South Africa. My mom is South African. I was born in South Africa, and I really wanted to show everyone where I'm from. We're in Zipa Village today at the Meriwether Resource Center. We serve about 100 plus children here, and every semester we continue to grow. Just seeing the kids is so touching. I got to visit the Kruger area. I've been many, many times, but this trip was so memorable. I got to stay at a beautiful lodge called Kaya Novu. The people were so hospitable, so nice. I just will remember it for the rest of my life. While I was there, I got to be a part of a wildlife conservancy project with Rhino Revolution. They received 2 rhinos. One will be named Nana. They'll raise them and protect them, and they'll release them to the wild. And it's all in the name of bringing awareness to poaching and trying to conserve and protect these beautiful animals who are in danger. I'll never ever get to travel to South Africa as Miss USA. This trip was so memorable, and I got to share it with my parents. I got to show the projects of the Merriweather Foundation. It's something I'll never forget, and I'm so sad to be leaving.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Miss USA 2012, Nana Merriweather. Look at this dress. Look at this dress.
I also grew thanks to Chinese laundry.
That's not helping. Come on over here. Come on over here. Who is this? Is this a Sherry Hill?
It is.
That's
How fun is this
fantastic.
dress?
We just got to see the piece of you going to South Africa. Now, obviously, and you talked at the end of how it made you feel
Right.
and your different experiences. You've had a little more time to digest all of this, and we talked about this earlier up on stage, that you've only been Miss USA for half a year. I can only imagine what it would have been like for a full year.
Well, I'm blessed for every single day that I had. The way that I won, it gave me a perspective that I need to enjoy and make the best out of every day, and that's what I did. So I was pretty busy, but it was all worthwhile. And my favorite part was getting to go to South Africa. I got to visit my grandparents. They're so incredibly cute. They're my mom's parents, and they were so happy to see me. My grandfather's the cutest thing ever, so I'm so happy. I'm just so happy.
She's just so happy. And she should be. And again, although I think we're the lucky ones. Though,
thank
honestly,
you.
we're lucky.
Means a
We
lot.
really are. Yeah, because we've got a Miss Universe, and then we got to have you as Miss USA. I like it. I like it all. Are you guys ready for swimsuit competition? They tell me we're about ready. Here's the best news, I would imagine, for most of you. No more rhymes.
Wow, that's so sublime. We don't have to rhyme.
I think it's about time for swimsuit competition. I think we need to get going with that.
Well, we've waited long enough. Without further ado, let's begin the Miss USA 2013 swimsuit competition. Take it away, Stephanie.
Let's begin with Alabama.
Mary Margaret is currently getting her master's degree in marketing. This 23-year-old is a big supporter of children's charities, including Give Kids the World. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Alabama.
Alaska.
Melissa was on her high school's rowing team. In 2006, this 26-year-old moved to Africa to start an orphanage and an elementary school. Please welcome Alaska.
Arizona.
Rachel's favorite Twitter celebrity to follow is Grumpy Cat. She's proud of the work that she's done also with Feed My Starving Children, packing food for hungry kids, helping ensure that they stay healthy. Presenting Arizona.
Arkansas.
Hannah's favorite hobby is photography. In her spare time, this 22-year-old knits hats for her local children's hospital. Please welcome Arkansas.
California.
Maybelline has 6 younger brothers. She's also a spokesperson for the National Psoriasis Foundation, and she hopes to find a cure for this condition that she was diagnosed with at age 16. Ladies and gentlemen, California.
Colorado.
Amanda was a cheerleader for 12 years and won both state and national championships. Her dream job is to be an NFL sideline reporter. Give it up for Colorado.
Connecticut.
Erin is the first member of her family with a college degree. She frequents the Ferrari Club of New England and enjoys volunteering for their Make-A-Wish Foundation Gala. Please welcome Connecticut.
Delaware.
Rachel once swam with sharks in the Dominican Republic. This 22-year-old is an advocate for ovarian cancer research and told us her grandmother once suffered from disease. Put your hands together for Delaware.
District of Columbia.
Jessica works as an IT consultant. This 26-year-old currently attends Georgetown University and has been writing PhD papers while she's here in Las Vegas. Please welcome District of Columbia.
Florida.
Michelle is proud of her Hispanic roots. She's an active volunteer for the American Cancer Society and helped raise over $150,000 for cancer research this year. Please put your hands together for Florida.
Alabama. Alaska. Arizona. Arkansas. California. Colorado. Connecticut. Delaware. District of Columbia, and Florida. Let's continue with Georgia.
Brittany enjoys singing with her mom. She says the two have identical voices. She recently hosted an auction at her home to help raise money for the Georgia Transplant Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Georgia.
Hawaii.
Brianna is a full-time model. She volunteers for Fashion with a Cause, helping raise money for breast cancer awareness while stressing the importance of regular doctor visits. Please give it up for Hawaii.
Idaho.
Marissa became fluent in French during a foreign exchange program. She's currently a nursing student with plans to become a midwife upon graduation. Idaho.
Illinois.
Stacy was once featured on a Chicago-based morning news show. This 22-year-old beauty has participated in the polar plunge several times, jumping into Lake Michigan in February. Presenting Illinois.
Indiana.
Emily took piano lessons for 15 years. This 26-year-old has always dreamt about opening her own winery, and after 4 years of hard work, it finally came to fruition just a couple of weeks ago. Presenting Indiana.
Iowa.
Richelle's top priority has always been her family. She has been dancing competitively since she was 12 years old and is a 4-time member of her university's dance team. Presenting Iowa.
Kansas.
If Stacy ever got the chance, she would love to meet musician Jack White. And after graduating college, this former finance major went back to school to complete her prerequisites for medical school. Give it up for Kansas.
Kentucky.
Allie is a big fan of Instagram and doing anything outdoors. This 19-year-old told us that after she graduates college, she plans to work with people with disabilities. Put your hands together for Kentucky.
Louisiana.
I sense this is where these people are going to be a problem right now. Kristen she's a cheerleader with the New Orleans Saints. Wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. She told us she's obsessed with babies. She'd like to eventually work as a labor and delivery nurse. Please welcome Louisiana.
Maine.
Allie has been riding horses since she was 6 years old. She told us her sister is intellectually disabled, so she's starting her own nonprofit organization called R is for Respect to help end the negative use of hurtful words. Put your hands together for Maine.
Georgia. Hawaii. Idaho. Illinois. Indiana. Iowa. Kansas. Kentucky. Louisiana. And Maine. We continue on with Maryland.
Kasey once sang the national anthem at a USO deployment ceremony. This 22-year-old started a website with her sister called Beyond Beauty, meant to build up the self-esteem of young girls. Put your hands together for Maryland.
Massachusetts.
The Boston Globe once wrote an article about Sarah's pancake recipe. This 20-year-old told us she'd like to eventually go to India to volunteer for Operation Smile. Presenting Massachusetts.
Michigan.
Jacqueline told us that she admires Serena Williams' strength. This 24-year-old beauty works as a media strategist at an ad agency and is currently getting her master's in advertising. Put your hands together for Michigan.
Minnesota.
Danielle is terrified of heights, but she wants to go ride on a giant Ferris wheel in London. She's proud of the time she spent building houses for the less fortunate with Habitat for Humanity. Presenting Minnesota.
Mississippi.
Paramita was born in Bangladesh, and this beauty is currently studying aerospace engineering in college and was once a distinguished guest of the Air Force Academy at their Audience with an Astronaut event. Let's hear it for Mississippi.
Missouri.
A couple of months before winning her state title, Ellie completed her college's pre-pharmacy program. She's a huge St. Louis Rams fan and would love to eventually meet the team's quarterback, Sam Bradford. Ooh la la. Presenting Missouri.
Montana.
Kasey's dream job would be to play the role of Christine in Phantom of the Opera. She currently works as a teacher after graduating with high honors from college with a degree in elementary education. Ladies and gentlemen, Montana.
Nebraska.
Ellie told us she follows Olivia Culpo on Twitter and appreciates how down-to-earth she is. This 22-year-old beauty is currently a state director of a pageant for girls with special needs. Give it up for Nebraska.
Nevada.
Chelsea supports breast and ovarian cancer awareness by running in an annual 5K race. She hopes to meet Jimmy Carter one day because she admires his philanthropy and entrepreneurial spirit. Put your hands together for Nevada.
New Hampshire.
One of Amber's favorite charities is called Bev's Bosom Buddies, which helps promote breast cancer awareness. The Smart Cookie earned a full academic scholarship to college. Please welcome New Hampshire.
Maryland. Massachusetts. Michigan. Minnesota. Mississippi. Missouri. Montana. Nebraska. Nevada. And New Hampshire. We continue with New Jersey.
Libell lived in the Dominican Republic for 5 months so that she could reconnect with her heritage. She's an advocate for spina bifida awareness, a condition that has affected her sister. Ladies and gentlemen, New Jersey.
New Mexico.
Kathleen aspires to be an anesthesiologist. This 24-year-old told us she loves kids and is an advocate for the Children's Grief Center. Put your hands together for New Mexico.
New York.
Joanne has studied dance since she was 4 years old. She's a big supporter of the arts, calling a creative outlet an important vehicle for development. Presenting New York.
North Carolina.
Ashley studied abroad in the Czech Republic. She wants to bring more attention to her anti-bullying campaign, Reach for More, as children often have a hard time bouncing back after being picked on. Please welcome North Carolina.
North Dakota.
Stephanie wishes that she could have met Steve Jobs, as she admires his leadership. She's the co-creator of the Fill the Dome food drive and has helped raise over $300,000 to alleviate hunger since 2007. Please welcome North Dakota.
Ohio.
Kristen was once in a Luke Bryan music video. This 21-year-old beauty told us her dream job would be doing PR for a charitable organization. Put your hands together for Ohio.
Oklahoma.
Makenzie was once interviewed by CNN on the dangers of texting and driving. She recently set up a 5K run to benefit victims from the recent Moore, Oklahoma tornadoes. Ladies and gentlemen, Oklahoma.
Oregon.
Gabrielle told us she respects Tim Tebow for his positive attitude. As someone who's been diagnosed with cancer, she'd like to be a pediatric oncology nurse and offer comfort to kids who've been hospitalized. Please welcome Oregon.
Pennsylvania.
Jessica currently works as a flight attendant. She's an advocate for autism awareness, and she's especially proud of her work with Best Buddies and the National Autism Society. Presenting Pennsylvania.
Rhode Island.
Brittany currently works 3 jobs, and she's donated to her local community food bank for the past 6 years. She's personally collected over 200 canned goods for the hungry this year. Put your hands together for Rhode Island.
New Jersey. New Mexico. New York. North Carolina. North Dakota. Ohio. Oklahoma. Oregon. Pennsylvania. And Rhode Island. Next, we have South Carolina.
Megan is the self-proclaimed greatest lip syncer of all time. This past Christmas, she had the pleasure of handing out gifts with the Marines for Toys for Tots. Presenting South Carolina.
South Dakota.
Jessica has completed both a half marathon and a triathlon. She's an advocate for children's literacy, and she's developing reading skills at an early age sets the stage for later success. Put your hands together for South Dakota.
Tennessee.
Brenna once played a key role in a Blake Shelton music video. She's passionate about nutrition. She works with the organization Meals to Heal, delivering healthy food to low-income cancer patients. Please welcome Tennessee.
Texas.
Allie says she can talk to anyone without being intimidated. She started her own charity building houses for injured soldiers and raised $400,000 for her organization at a recent event. Please welcome Texas.
Utah.
Marissa enjoys hands-on projects, including drawing and making jewelry. For the past 5 years, this 21-year-old has been going in every week to sing to sick children at the Primary Children's Hospital. Please give it up for Utah.
Vermont.
Sarah's grandma taught her that life is truly a gift. She's an advocate for the fight against childhood obesity and says it's important to encourage organic eating and exercise for younger generations. Please welcome Vermont.
Virginia.
Shannon had the incredibly great fortune to meet Sir Paul McCartney at last year's Grammy Awards. This beauty has over 10 years of training in digital graphics and website design. She even knows how to write code. Presenting Virginia.
Washington.
As a banking representative, Cassandra was presented with the Spirit Award for demonstrating exceptional skills and a positive attitude. She dreams of one day working as a forensic investigator. Give it up for Washington.
West Virginia.
Among her many talents, Chelsea speaks fluent Swahili. This brilliant beauty was a National Merit Scholar and a Brown University graduate. She's currently working on her master's. Please welcome West Virginia.
Wisconsin.
Chrissy works multiple jobs to put herself through college. She's proud of her volunteer work with the Cinderella Project, helping underprivileged girls afford their prom. Give it up for Wisconsin.
Wyoming.
Courtney loves sports, and she would like to be the next Erin Andrews. She was diagnosed with ADHD as a child, but she says pageants have helped her deal with her social anxiety. Ladies and gentlemen, Wyoming.
South Carolina. South Dakota. Tennessee. Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming.
We have done just about all the work that we can do for tonight. How about another big round of applause for our 51 stunning contestants?
They are so beautiful. And so are your socks. Show me your socks.
Did you see those socks? Where's Websky? I learned this from him at Miss
They're like
Universe.
Christmas,
Didn't
huh?
I learned that from you. Nice. So I just have one other question.
Oh, okay.
Who's gonna be the next Miss USA?
What's my job?
Keep in mind, you can play a part in that. You at home as well. You're already at MissUSA.com, but while you're there, head over to the online store. Everybody else, when you get out of here tonight, go to MissUSA.com, check out the online store for exclusive Miss USA merchandise. And once again, you can vote for that extra semifinalist that we will have on Sunday night. Remember to do that, and also to interact live during the telecast. This is really cool. Make sure you download the free Z-Box app. You can do that right now in the App Store or at Google Play.
This time, we'd like to extend a special thank you to Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, Las Vegas. We've been here for 6 years. It's pretty much home, so thank you so much to Planet Hollywood. We'd like to thank the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority as well. Finally, I'd like to thank our parents, judges, state directors, and the entire Miss USA production team, especially our amazing president, Paula Shugart. Stand up!
I always say that I love my Miss Universe family, and I always say that I love me some Paula Shugart.
She's the best.
3 people came up and said that today. They say, you still love you some Paula Shugart? I said, yes, I do.
yeah.
I absolutely do. Thank you also to our friends at New Tech and Ustream for streaming tonight's show. Thank you to our presenting title sponsor, Farouk Systems, makers of Chi and BioSilk. You people who are leaving, you're going to miss out. You're going to be so mad in a minute.
All the girls are coming out. I'd stay
Can
for
we have another
you.
big round of applause?
I would stop walking.
I'm trying
I'll
to
stop
give you
working.
love. Stop now.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Nana Merriweather.
I had to do that.
Don't forget to join us back here, 6 o'clock Pacific on Sunday night. If you're on the West Coast, it'll be tape delayed, so you better get here to the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. You can get on a flight and get to Las Vegas right now. 6 o'clock Sunday, it'll be live on NBC. Before we go, though, shall we bring them out one more time?
Let's do it!
Bring the ladies out one last time.
Woo! Come on out!
Make some noise for your favorite. Let them know.
Who's gonna win?
Let them know.
Who's gonna win? Hey!
Let them know. Who's gonna be the next Miss USA? Can we have another big round of applause as well for Stephanie Cameron? Great job tonight.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
For Nana Merriweather, for all of our contestants.
Good night, everybody.
I'm Chet Buchanan. We'll see you Sunday night.
Thank
Good
you
night,
all.
everybody.
See you on Sunday.